Hello YouTube, it's me Vdeogamer, and this is the How to Draw Video Game Characters tutorial. For this specific tutorial, I will be showing you how to draw Toon Link from the Legend of Zelda series, but mostly from games like the Phantom Hourglass and the Four Swords. I haven't really played any Legend of Zelda games lately, but this character I found is pretty cool to draw actually. And I'm kind of glad that Luigi Mario 1100 has asked me to draw this character. Fairly easy character to draw, just a few things you gotta watch out for, but I'm just gonna show you how to draw all of Toon Link. So, without further ado, let the drawing begin. His hand. That is going to represent how he is holding the shield. Now I'm going to draw the shield coming around, centered the strap. I'm going to draw another outline around the shield for the metal. And then I'm going to use that as my general outline for the shield for now. I'm going to draw the general outline of the sword now. So now I've got the handle of Toon Link's sword constructed. I'm going to start adding on more details to specifically the sword. I'm going to start with the part of the Master Sword that sort of spins off. Then I'm going to construct the actual blade. In this case, I'm going to have it sort of coming right out like this. That way it seems closer to you. I'm going to erase all these lines that are not supposed to be here. And now I'm going to put a little bit more detail on the sword itself, and I'm going to give it a sharp outline. First, I'm going to darken the outline of the sword. I'm going to make the inner line of the sword. And as you're going up the sword, in this case, since the sword is supposedly closer to the viewer, you need to start bringing it in closer to the sword. So now the sword is kind of finished. I might go back and do a little bit more detail on it later, but now I'm going to move back to the shield, and I'm going to finish up the shield. Alright, so on this metal part there's supposedly studs. Too hard. And then I'm going to give the shield its 3D appearance. And then I'm going to draw the wood planks that make up the shield's back. And then I'm going to add in some of the wood grain. Not all of it though, because that would be way too much detail. And to do this, you just bring in some brisk strokes with your pencil. Alright, well everything on the shield looks fairly good. I'm going to go back to the sword and finish it up, make sure I'm not missing anything. And now I'm just going back on the entire body and erasing all my sketch lines and finalizing all my lines that I want to keep. And now I've gotten the basic pencil outline of Toon Link done. Now comes time for the coloring. Okay, now I'm going to start coloring. I'm going to start with Toon Link's hair, since that's the smallest total mass of color. And I'm going to start off with a base coat, which is just going to be this light yellow. Now I'm going to take my darker yellow, and I'm going to go along the edges. I'm going to put the darker shade of yellow. Now whenever shading, keep in mind that if your light source is coming from this way, all your shadows will be on this side of Toon Link's body, and all your light highlights will be on this side of Toon Link's body. Same goes for any other objects you have. Okay, so I've gotten the yellow part done. I'm going to take this very light brown, and I'm just going to add in brisk strokes to give it more of that mixed color. Make sure they're brisk strokes, that way it looks more like hair to give him that final color look. Alright, so moving on to all the green on Toon Link's body, which includes his hat, his tunic, and that's about it. I'm going to choose a base coat color for each of these. And then for the lighter part, I have this lighter green. And now comes time for the shading. For the lighter green, I have a darker lighter green, which I'm going to use on, once again, the part of Toon Link where the shadows are. And then I've got this darker green for the part of Toon Link on the darker green where the shadows are. Alright, and now I'm going to color the hat, which I would consider to be about the same color as the tunic, just slightly darker. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the same color I used for the base coat of the tunic and just color all of the hat with that color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the darker green and I'm going to go over all of the hat with that as well. This will mix the two colors and create a darker green than the tunic, while having the color that most best suits the hat. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of the dark blue on the darkest side for the shade. Alright, now it's time to finish up the belt and the boots and part of the shield. Then I'm going to find another color of brown. I'm going to add some more shading to each of these individual parts. Now I'm going to take some of these grays I have, and I'm going to add some shading to the pants that Toon Link is wearing. I'm going to take the gray, and I'm going to use it on the metal parts of the shield to finish up the shield. And now the shield is finished. I'm going to move on to the sword now. I'm not going to spend too much detail on the sword, because with Toon Link, most of the stuff does not have half as much detail as normal Link. Just going to color all the handle purple. Now I'm going to add in a purple highlight on the side. Now I'm going to take a much lighter purple and go on the lighter side, and within the center I'm going to take a gray. I'm just going to go over it. Now on the sword itself there is one yellow part, I think it's the Triforce symbol. I'm just going to add some sort of little glow to it. Now I'm going to color Toon Link's skin. I'm just going to pick out two general skin color shades for this. I'm going to go over Toon Link's skin with one color. I'm going to come back with a slightly darker color and shade everything. And here is my finished picture of Toon Link. I had a little bit of trouble trying to draw him. Of course, that only is about my third time trying to draw Toon Link. But I thought he was a pretty cool character to draw. He is pretty good. He poses a medium challenge, and I thank Luigi Mario 1100 for giving me the opportunity to be able to draw this character. Well, you should rate the video, favorite, comment, and even throw in a request, because I just might pick your request. But one thing you probably should do is subscribe. That way you'll be notified of when my next video / tutorial comes out. Well, I'm glad you guys watched the video. I hope you guys liked it, and see ya!